Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Sydney from PhoneDoc.com, and I'm here to do an unboxing of the LG Enlighten from Verizon Wireless, one of their new mid-range Android devices that ships with Android 2.3. It also has a physical keyboard, so if you like having a physical keyboard, there's not a whole lot of options, and so the Enlighten is a phone that you may want to look at. So we're going to do an unboxing, get some first impressions, and I'll come back in a couple of days with a full review. Before we get on to that, I have to say a special thanks to our friends at Best Buy Mobile. We thank them all the time because they send us free phones that we can add to our One Paw Bandit game, which is the game where you guys can win free phones. One of the great things about Best Buy Mobile is that you go in there and you buy a phone, you walk out working. You know, you guys may know everything about the phone that you're buying, but some people don't. If you have a family member or relative, they can go in there, Best Buy Mobile will show them how to set everything up, and they'll walk out knowing exactly how to use their phone. So thank you, Best Buy Mobile, for being so awesome. Thank you guys for watching this video. It's an unboxing of the LG Enlighten from Verizon Wireless. I'm Sydney from PhoneDoc.com. Let's go check it out. Okay, so it's the LG Enlighten from Verizon, one of their new mid-range Android devices. Open up the box and see what you're going to get whenever you buy this phone. Of course, you get the phone. And let's power that on while I'm taking a look at what else comes in the box. This, of course, has already been opened by the PR company because I have to activate it. But it'll be an unboxing for us. You get a data cable, micro USB to standard USB, so you can use this for data transfer, or you can plug it into the modular charger and use that to charge your phone. Otherwise, you get user guides, warranty info, reading material, and that's all you get in the box. No earbuds, but that's pretty standard for mid-range devices. Usually all you get is the charger and then your user manuals. So on the front here we have a 3.2-inch display. Has a resolution of 320 by 480, so kind of low. Kind of a standard resolution for low-end devices. This does ship with Android 2.3, but as you can see, LG has added their own custom UI to it. So you have this dock at the bottom for phone, contacts, messages, and then this goes to the app drawer. And then this is another aspect of LG's custom UI. You have all of your apps divided into categories. So I can select a category to open it and expand it, or you can pinch in and it will collapse all of the categories. So if you like categories, then it's nice. You know, I personally, that's not a feature that I enjoy, but some people will like that. Let's take a look and see what comes with it out of the box. These are all typical Android apps that you'll get: email, Gmail, voice dialer, browser. Okay, and this is all that Verizon has added. 3G mobile hotspot, so it can act as a 3G mobile hotspot. Backup assistant, My Verizon Mobile, guided tours, just kind of help you figure out the phone. Polaris viewer, so it's an office suite setup wizard. Voice recorder, and then applications and downloads. So not too much out of the box, but Verizon has added a couple of their own apps. And then also, you'll notice something else that LG has added is their own custom widget. So here we have a digital clock widget, which I believe may show the weather. I may be wrong about that. A messaging widget, and then a favorite contacts widget. Another difference is that whenever you're adding a widget or an icon, typically on Android you do a long press and this little window will come up, but LG has changed it quite a bit actually. When you do a long press, this is what comes up. So these are your widget options. You can see that digital clock. You have a data usage widget, favorite contacts, messages, latitude. These are all widgets that come with every Android device, so it doesn't look like LG has added too much there. Or you can slide over and see your options for shortcuts, folders, or if you wanted to change the wallpaper. So kind of a nice aesthetic change that LG has added. I personally like it. LG's UI is definitely a heavy custom interface. So if you don't like heavy user interfaces, then you can either go with another phone or install another launcher if you want to. But for average users, this is what you're going to get out of the box. And so see if kind of fits your taste. And then the notification bar, looks like LG has added toggle buttons for the volume, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, and airplane mode. Let's go to messaging because this phone does have a physical keyboard, as you can see. Go to new message, and let's see if we get any virtual keyboards. Okay, so we get the Android keyboard. And this is the Android Gingerbread keyboard. So if you've used Android devices that had 2.2 or earlier, then this stock Android keyboard is going to look a little different. This is the new keyboard that comes with Android 2.3 and later versions. So that's the stock Android keyboard. You can use that to type. But most of the time you're probably going to be using the physical keyboard. So let's type out the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So yeah, it's a nice keyboard. You know, if you watched videos that I've done in the past of unboxings, you know I can be extremely picky when it comes to physical keyboards, and one thing that I don't really like is when they put the space bar in a row of letters. It just, you know, it throws you off. You're not really used to that. We're used to what we get on a computer keyboard with a dedicated space bar row. So that's going to take some getting used to. But obviously, if you have this as your personal device, you are going to get used to it, but it will take a while. Another thing that I noticed is that the space bar, usually whenever it's a double wide space bar or a triple wide, you'll have clicky receptors, for lack of a better term, on either end, but for this one it's only in the middle. And considering that it's so wide, that really gives you very little room for error because you have to press it right in the middle. That, you know, I don't know, maybe bothersome. The keys are pretty flat, as you can see, but they do have that little angle on the end of them, and they are plastic, not rubbery. The traction is nice, you know, not too slippery, and then the action on them is nice too. Overall, you know, a pretty nice keyboard. You also have a dedicated number row, so if you like that, you do have that feature. Overall, it feels nice. I'm going to test it out further, obviously, you know, see how it works in day-to-day, you know, everyday use. And it's going to take some time to get used to that space bar. And then you also have the Android buttons here on the keyboard. So below the screen, you have the keys for menu, home, back, and search. But you also have those on the keyboard. So there's back, menu, and then search right there, along with the voice to text key, caps, shift, and function. So nice keyboard, and then I'll test it out further and give you more of my input on it in the full review. The display is smooth. I like that. It uses an 800 megahertz processor, so you can see it seems to be performing pretty well. 800 megahertz, fairly mid-range, but it seems to be doing really well. Sometimes when you have a custom UI on top of Android, it tends to slow down the device, so I'll have to test it out and see how that works. On the right, you have a dedicated camera button for the 3.2 megapixel camera. This does have an autofocus and it captures video, no flash, as you can see. 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, power, as well as screen lock and unlock button. Volume rocker keys on the left side, and then the micro USB charging port. The phone does have a micro SD card slot, and it ships with a card, although it looks like that is underneath the cover here, so I think it's, yeah, right there. So you don't have to remove the battery, which is nice. It ships with a 2 gig card, as you can see, and I'm not sure how much additional memory it supports, so I'll have to look that up and then maybe have a subtitle right here, but it does ship with a 2 gig card. The battery here is a 1540 milliamp hour battery, so not bad. You know, for a mid-range device, kind of smallish display, 800 megahertz processor, 1540 should be nice, or should be good enough. Android isn't really the most battery efficient OS, so you still may not get through a full day, but I'll test it out and see. But that's just a quick look at the LG Enlighten from Verizon Wireless. I will be testing this out. I'll post my first impressions article on it. It's kind of a thick device, kind of chunky. Of course, every phone looks huge in my hands because I have really small hands, but so it's not as big as it looks, but it is still pretty thick just because when you add that physical keyboard, it just adds a lot of heft to a device. But I'm going to be posting my first impressions article of this, and then I'll come back in a few days with a full review and tell you guys what I think of the Enlighten. But that's just a quick first look. I'm Cindy from PhoneDoc.com. If you have any questions about this phone or any other phone, you can follow me on Twitter. My screen name is It's My Job to Know, and just send me a message, ask me a question, and I'll try my best to answer it as soon as I can. But I'll be back with a full review. I'll see you guys later. Bye.